Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about class 10 science in biology, life processes, nutrition, in chemistry, chemical reactions and equation, in physics, light, reflection. Question number 1. Which of the following statements correctly describes the function of saliva during the initial stage of digestion in the human alimentary canal? Option A. It converts proteins into amino acids. Option B. It emulsifies fats into fatty acids and glycerol. Option C. It initiates the breakdown of starch into simpler sugars. Option D. It neutralizes the acidic chyme received from the stomach. Solution. It initiates the breakdown of starch into simpler sugars.
Because saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase, which begins the chemical digestion of carbohydrates. It breaks down starch, a complex carbohydrate, into simpler sugars. This process starts in the mouth itself, even before the food reaches the stomach.
Question number 2. List the events that occur during the process of photosynthesis. Solution. Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, conversion of light energy to chemical energy, and splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen, reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. Question number 3. Explain how the human small intestine is structurally adapted for the absorption of digested food. Solution. The inner lining of the small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called villi, which increase the surface area for absorption. Each villus contains a network of blood capillaries to absorb glucose and amino acids. Lacteals present in villi help in the absorption of fatty acids and glycerol.
Section B Chemistry. Question number 4. Formation of carbon disulfide from carbon and sulfur takes place by option A. Adsorption of heat. Option B. Evolution of heat. Option C. No change in heat content. Option D. None of the above. The answer is option B. Evolution of heat. Since the carbon and sulfur is combining to form the combination of carbon disulfide, and along with the heat has been liberated. Since the heat energy has been liberated here, we can conclude that evolution of heat has been carried out. Question number 5. Assertion and reasoning based question. Assertion A. When HCl is added to zinc granules, a chemical reaction occurs. Reason. Evolution of gas and the change in color indicate that the chemical reaction is taking place. The answer is both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of the A. Since the zinc granules is slowly added to the hydrochloric acid, zinc chloride along with the hydrogen gas is liberated. Since there is a gas liberation and there is also change in color, these two are the conditions and indicating that there is a chemical reaction is happening in this reaction. So we can conclude that both the assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Question number 6. The substance X, which is an oxide form of a group 2 element, is used intensively in the cement industry. This element is present in bones also. On treatment with water, it forms a solution which turns red litmus to blue. Identify X and also write the chemical reactions involved. The answer is X is an calcium oxide, which is also called as a quicklime. We can conclude that the calcium oxide is present. The calcium is present in the group 2, which is also given in the statement, and it is also present in the bones also. We can conclude that the oxide is a form of the calcium oxide. Also, they told that it has been treated with the water. So, when calcium oxide is treated with the water, it will form calcium hydroxide, which can be called as a slacked lime also, along with the liberation of the heat. Question number 7. Write the balanced chemical equation for the following reactions and identify the type of reaction in each case. 1. Magnesium resin is burnt in an atmosphere of nitrogen gas to form solid magnesium nitride. Mg plus N2 gives Mg3N2. In this reaction, nitrogen has already been balanced. We have to balance the magnesium. Since Mg3 is present in the right hand side, we have to put 3Mg on the left hand side. So now we have to balance this equation as 3Mg plus N2 in presence of the heat. It gives Mg3N2. Second, methane gas burns in oxygen of air to form carbon dioxide and water. Methane CH4 plus oxygen O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O. In this reaction, carbon is already balanced. We have to balance the oxygen and hydrogen. Since hydrogen is present as a 4 in methane, we have to put 2 H2O on the right hand side. We have to balance this hydrogen. Followed by oxygen, we have to put 2O2 on the left hand side. So 2H2O, 2 oxygen, and followed by CO2, 2 oxygen. So now both the sides as oxygen being balanced. Now the reaction is CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O. This reaction is also called as the exothermic reaction because the combustion reaction is taking place. The oxygen is going to get along with the methane gas, they are getting burning. So this can be called as a exothermic reaction.
Section C, Physics. Question number 8. In a convex mirror, a reflected ray is observed to travel parallel to the principal axis after reflection. Which of the following correctly describes the path of the incident ray before striking the mirror? Option A. It was traveling parallel to the principal axis. Option B. It was directed towards the principal focus of the mirror. Option C. It was passing through the center of curvature. Option D. It was incident normally at the pole of the mirror. Correct answer option B. It was directed towards the principal focus of the mirror. Explanation. In a convex mirror, any ray of light directed towards the principal focus appears to diverge and travel parallel to the principal axis after reflection. This is one of the basic rules used for drawing ray diagrams in spherical mirrors. Question number 9. Assertion and reason. Assertion. The reflected ray makes an equal angle with the principal axis after reflection from the pole. Reason. At the pole of a spherical mirror, the normal to the reflecting surface coincides with the principal axis. Correct option A. Both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Explanation. At the pole of a spherical mirror, the principal axis acts as the normal to the mirror surface. According to the laws of reflection, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Hence, the reflected ray makes an equal angle with the principal axis. Question number 10. A spherical mirror has a radius of curvature of 40 cm and is convex. Subdivision question 1. Calculate the focal length of the mirror. Answer. Radius of curvature capital R is equal to 2 multiple focal length. Then 40 is equal to 2 multiple focal length. Then F focal length is equal to 20 centimeter. Subdivision question 2. State whether this mirror is converging or diverging. Justify your answer. Answer. A convex mirror is a diverging mirror because it always causes parallel rays of light to spread out or diverge after reflection. Therefore, it is a diverging mirror. Question number 11. Subdivision question 1. Define the following terms in relation to a concave mirror. Question A, focal length. Question B, principal focus. Answer. Question A, the distance between the pole and the principal focus of a spherical mirror is called the focal length. It is represented by the letter small f. Question B. It is a point on principal axis where a parallel beam of light after reflection actually meet. Question number 11, subdivision question 2. The ray diagrams A and B of a spherical mirror are shown below. Redraw the diagrams in your answer sheet and complete each of them by drawing the reflected rays corresponding to the incident rays capital A and capital B using the rules for drawing ray diagrams for spherical mirrors. Diagram A, convex mirror, light ray capital A. Answer. The reflected ray becomes parallel to the principal axis after reflection. Explanation. In diagram A, the light ray capital A is directed towards the principal focus of the convex mirror. According to the rule, for convex mirrors, any light ray directed towards the principal focus after reflection becomes parallel to the principal axis. Hence, the reflected ray must be drawn parallel to the principal axis. Light ray capital B. Answer. The reflected ray retraces its path after reflection. Explanation. In diagram small a, the light ray capital B is directed towards the center of curvature of the convex mirror. Such a ray strikes the mirror normally and hence reflects back along the same path after reflection. Diagram B, concave mirror, light ray A. Answer. The reflected ray emerges parallel to the principal axis after reflection. Explanation. In diagram B, the light ray capital A passes through the principal focus of the concave mirror before striking the mirror. According to the rule for concave mirrors, any light ray passing through the principal focus before reflection emerges parallel to the principal axis after reflection. Light ray capital B. Answer. The reflected ray retraces its path after reflection. Explanation. In diagram B, the light ray capital B is incident through the center of curvature of the concave mirror. According to the rule, any light ray passing through the center of curvature strikes the mirror normally and hence reflects back along the same path. Thank you.